Hmm? Deidra is made of failure. Yeah, I'm kind of a failure. I've not seen Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I meant to see it yesterday, but I didn't, so I'm planning to see it tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have a little bit to say about it. It's very cool that you're starting a wizard rock band, John. Oh, that is wonderful. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I play clarinet. I'm not really much for singing, though a friend and I have taken to starting a small group that we rap about Norse mythology. I don't know if we'll ever make an appearance on this channel, just because, I mean, I don't know how many people have an interest in Norse mythology, let alone people who can't rap very well rapping about it. So I've not been able to see Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1. I have been able to watch a little bit of Michael Gambon. Michael Gambon is the actor who plays Dumbledore, and I have not necessarily been able to watch a few minutes of him, but a few minutes in which he shows up in the trailer for the Doctor Who Christmas special. To my chagrin, I saw it was posted online the other day, so I had to watch it. Looks like it's going to be called A Christmas Carol, and it will be Michael Gambon as some sort of Scrooge-like figure, and the Doctor and his companions will probably be playing Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Yet to Come. But baffled as to why Stephen Moffat decided to write a Christmas special in the mold of A Christmas Carol, because back in Christopher Eccleston season, there's an episode, The Unquiet Dead, where the Doctor and Rose meet Charles Dickens, and there are these ghost-like aliens, the Gelf, I think it was, and while it's not necessarily in the mold of A Christmas Carol, it's reminiscent of A Christmas Carol because there are ghosts, and by the end of it, Charles Dickens is more of a Scrooge-like figure, and he realizes that he wants to be a better person, and, you know, God bless us, every one of us. I'm not going to complain. I'm sure it'll be a completely different episode. I have faith in Stephen Moffat. I'm just assuming it's going to be very much like A Christmas Carol, and with it being Doctor Who, it's probably going to prove me completely wrong and be something completely different. So I'm in my basement at my parents' house because I am home for this week, which has terrible lighting, by the way. Like right now, because I've got the hat on, it's fine, but once I take it off, it's like, oh, I'm some sort of glowing apparition. Came down here looking for books because I recently finished Fellowship of the Rings, which means I now need to read The Two Towers and Return of the King ASAP. I also found some other books, like my good old Harry Potter books, this being the relevant one, I suppose. Of course I'm relevant, I'm Harry Potter. I've also got these Cirque du Freak books. They are about a supernatural traveling circus of freaks, I guess, and vampires. If you don't like vampire books, that's cool. I know Twilight's given a lot of vampire fiction a bad name over the past couple of years. Didn't know any better, and you were looking in a store, you would have no idea these were about vampires, other than, unless of course you picked up this one, The Vampire Prince. That pretty much gives it away. When you look at a Harry Potter cover, you kind of have an idea of like, okay, there's magic going on. There's a boy, Harry Potter, and there's a cauldron. I guess it's more of a pensieve there, but you could just assume it's a cauldron or something. And here you're like, okay, there's a boy, Harry Potter, Harry Potter stuff's going on. And once again, it's like, oh, he's Harry Potter. He's got a wand. Harry Potter stuff is going on. But if you look at these, the main character, by the way, is Darren Shan, and these are written by Darren Shan, so I'm not sure if Darren Shan's a pseudonym, because I think he uses it for other works, but I don't like looking into it, because that ruins the mystery of it all. Some of these just have strange covers that I suppose you really couldn't figure out, that if you didn't know better, you wouldn't necessarily know they had anything to do with vampires, especially like this one, like, ooh, I'm a bandaged man with claw hands. Vampires? Ooh, I'm a prisoner with leopards. Vampires? I'm a dark, overbearing figure, and there are some sneaks. Vampire? Roar, I'm a dragon! Yeah, that one really just looks like it has nothing to do with vampires. And that's kind of one of the things that I felt made the series good. It was about vampires, and it has this whole lore of vampires, but it doesn't have to constantly remind you like, roar, we're vampires. It's really more of like, we are vampires, we are a distinct culture separate from humanity, and we have a completely different code of honor and system of government, and just different mannerisms in general. Even though these books are all very short, I felt like it did a very good job of world building within the series, and they're very short, but the characters are very memorable and well written for the most part, with the exception of Mr. Clawhands. I believe that character he started out as like Reggie Veggie, and he was like a member of Greenpeace or something, and then he wanted to free a werewolf, and he had his arms bitten off, so he got claw hands, and he became a vampire? I don't know. It sounds more ridiculous now that I think of it. now that I think about it. Well, before I bore you with books that aren't Harry Potter, I guess I will go, and I will see you next week, which will be Doctor Who themed week, so bye!